Do you agree that the Japanese goddess Benzaiten and the Persian goddess Anahita are just other different versions of Saraswati because they are very similar to Saraswati? Anahita was called Aredvi Sura Anahita, and Benzaiten. Okay, let's put some of that on the screen. Yeah, I have some stuff here. Let's put that on the screen. So let's talk about Anahita first. The origins of the Persian goddess Anahita. The original name was Aredvi Sura Anahita, which is essentially a way of saying Saraswati. Anahita is a river goddess. Yeah. Um, it says here Aredvi Sura Anahita, a Western name of an Indo-Iranian cosmological figure, goddess of the waters, fertility, wisdom, healing. In this depiction, she is on a lion, I think, and she has a sun behind her, or a halo. This is a Persian or Greek kind of depiction of Anahita, Aphrodite in the guise of Aphrodite. So the Greeks borrowed this conflation with Ishtar, which is a Semitic divinity, and all that. But this is nothing but the Persian version of Saraswati, because the divinity is unattested in any old Western Iranian language. Establishing characteristics prior to the introduction of Zoroastrianism in Western Iran is very much in the realm of speculation. The Achaemenids' devotion to the goddess evidently survived their conversion to Zoroastrianism, which means that this is a pre-Zoroastrian goddess. The Achaemenid dynasty converted to Zoroastrianism from which religion? From Hinduism, obviously. The original Persians were Hindus. Zarathustra himself was born a Hindu, right? So it's clear that this is Saraswati, the Persian version, the Persian form of Saraswati. Now let's talk about Benzaiten, shall we? So this is from Encyclopedia Britannica, Benzaiten, or Benten, they call it. So this is one of the 7 gods of luck, or divinities of luck in Japanese culture. The Buddhist patron goddess of literature and music and wealth and femininity, which is nothing but Saraswati. All that. She is identified with the Indian goddess Saraswati, also a patron of literature and the arts, who probably traveled to Japan along with Buddhism. So Buddhism brought with it Hindu gods and goddesses into Japan. And there are 7 gods, major gods in Japan. So Bishamon, let's take a look at Bishamon. Bishamon or Bishamonten is essentially Kuber, the Buddhist version of Kuber or Vaishravana. All right. Let's see who else we have. Daikoku. Daikoku is Mahakala, the Hindu god Shiva, in his aspect as time, the great destroyer, and so on and so forth. So it's clear that Benzaiten is Saraswati. Let's take a look at what Benzaiten is depicted as. Representations, artistic. Benzaiten. Okay, let's see how the Japanese depict Benzaiten. So she is depicted as a goddess who plays a string instrument, like the veena, for instance, we have, and she's on a dragon here. Here again, she's playing a string instrument. Here, sometimes she's on a dragon, sometimes some other beast, sometimes on a lotus. Over here, she's on a swan, like in India. Let's see this. Over here, she's on a white lotus, like the way she's depicted in India. So yes, Benzaiten is clearly the Japanese version of Saraswati, and she is, even in Japan, the goddess of knowledge and wisdom and literature and femininity and water. She is strongly associated with water and the sea. Sometimes she is shown as being on a fish, sometimes some other animal. Here it's a dragon, and so on. Yeah. And she always has a string instrument with her. So it's clear that Anahita is the Persian Saraswati and Benzaiten is the Japanese Saraswati. Do you know the distance between Persia and Japan? All of that was Indianized at one point in time. And yeah, that's the history.